Welcome to another episode of Stando and Espy Play. I'm Stando.
I'm Espy.
And
LaChief.
our special guest. Today we are starting off our Xbox week. It's Monday, the 27th. I didn't know. So yeah, let's first check out the user interface. That's what we're looking at right now, right? So, your show, LaChief. You're the Xbox guy.
Yes. Yes, I sit myself in. Alright. Basically everyone's done hardware and everyone's shown, but I don't know if anyone's actually put out the actual workings of the console. And if you guys have any questions or like certain things that you want to know, just let me know. Right now, I think the Kinect system, I didn't bring the cue card, so I can actually set it up to connect to notice my body. That's the only thing.
You didn't bring the cue card?
No, I apparently left the cue card at the house.
Nice.
My power-up point.
But apparently you're supposed to be able to grab and pull.
Oh, like that?
Yeah. Yeah, it's working. Never mind. Just shows a hot seat.
It's got me. Or,
I think. Yeah.
Yeah, it's got me.
Never mind. You have the power.
So
you can basically just get your hands.
You had the power.
I had the power. It's not reading me anymore.
You have the power. Use the force.
Or maybe it's over here. I don't know.
The only thing about the cue card, I think it allows it to set up.
There we see the hand.
Yeah, the hand, I think it's trying to track one of my hands, but I don't know which one. Because like I said, I have to set up the whole system to play off.
You have to restart that.
Oh, yeah.
No, I'm not. Surely not.
Last time it crashed the video, remember?
I'm still on it.
It's capturing.
Okay.
No, remember?
Just a minute.
It did that to us on the Prince of Persia.
Did it?
Yes, the very first video.
Ah.
Alright. Having some difficult errors.
Difficulties. So, anyway. Okay, we'll get back to this in just a second.
Maybe.
Quit being a punk. Oh, there. Now everything's going to speed up and it's going to close.
Yeah. What is it? You're really interested in me.
Yep.
Yep.
Hey, look at there. Okay,
Hey,
so we're back.
Okay.
Awesome.
Alright.
Awesome. Alright, so where do you guys want me to go? You want me to just go right into Rise and show you some of that?
No, let's look at some of the snap features and this video. Let's just do UI.
Okay.
What did you think about Machinima?
They're pretty good, actually. A lot of the Machinima.
No, I meant a lot of people are mad at Xbox right now, and it's not Xbox's fault.
Yeah.
It is Machinima's fault. Just throwing that out there. It was what happened is Microsoft gave Machinima some money.
Yeah.
To promote Xbox One. Okay. Well, what Machinima did is they went to the YouTubers and said, we will give you $3 CPM, which means, for every 1,000 viewers, you'll get a $3 bonus if you're part of the Machinima network of YouTubers, whatever.
Yeah.
Well, okay, in the contract from Machinima to, I'm sure Xbox didn't know anything about this, but between Machinima and YouTubers, okay, the thing is they had to show at least 30 seconds of gameplay on the Xbox One. They could not say anything negative about the Xbox One. And this is contracted out to these guys, okay? There was no disclosure statement in the contract, which means they were not allowed to talk about whether or not that...
It had flaws in anything.
No, they weren't... Well, yeah, they couldn't talk anything negative, but they were also weren't allowed to say that they were being part of the promotion, that they were being paid to say this.
They were just supposed to act like it was normal.
So it builds a lot. Well, if you're watching these YouTubers and you depend on them for your news source or whatever, which we've never taken any money like that. We, except for Google. But I think everybody takes money from Google. But
Google got enough money to hand out.
But even if let's say Microsoft sent me an Xbox One for free for promotional purposes because they know I've got viewers and I'm going to talk about it, I would say Xbox One sent me so I might be a little leaning towards Xbox One. Just keep that in mind in this review. But they did send me one.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I get you. Yeah.
Or let's say forks. That's what Boogie2298 keeps talking about is forks. Say forks.com sent me a whole bunch of forks, and I say, I fully endorse forks. You should try forks. Go to forks.com.
Yeah.
This is a paid advertisement. You should go. Yeah, they weren't allowed to do that.
Yeah.
So there was no disclosure. They weren't allowed to say that they were part of the promotion, which discredits. Like, let's say a YouTuber does a review of Rise Son of Rome. Well, he's not allowed to say anything bad about it.
Yeah.
So that kind of discredits him.
Well, luckily we're not like that. We can bitch about the bad things.
That's right.
Like the only thing I really have main so far is like annoyance of is compared to 360, you had a whole like set you could go through and it shows you games. This is all you get. You get your pins, which you can set as your favorites. They'll pop up when you're online. Then your home, which is basically you can choose which these will become set to. Like where you go through this, that's what the bottom of the screen will change out, and it'll be like, oh, you went to this, you went to this, do you want to go back? And then the store is just a small feature right here. It just shows your apps, music, video and TV, and games.
Okay, we don't have the movies and TV in here. Show us how the big draw was to see a game and like Netflix snapped.
Like you can actually.
But basically, it's Windows 8.
Yeah, it's really similar. Like you can go in here and then hit Xbox Snap, and you go to Xbox. Go to Internet Explorer, and you can just change off like that instead of going and bother changing through your old stuff. Xbox, open a party. Just basically control around. You don't have to use the remote. Start a party.
Nice.
Yeah, there's a lot.
I do like that. Well, I mean,
Turn on party chat, and then you can go to like invite more people. You can just go to other ones.
but if there's more people talking over you, does it get confused sometimes?
It doesn't actually. After you sign in your person's profile, it learns your voice.
Well, I've heard some people hit or miss.
It can be
Like Annoyed Gamer, Mark.
Yeah.
Marcus Beer, whatever. You need to check out Annoyed Gamer. He's not with Game Trailers anymore. He left at the end of the year. But he says it's hit or miss with him, and he speaks the Queen's English, so it shouldn't.
where we speak English.
You know what I'm saying? So
It has its moments. If it doesn't, like if you're in a loud room or too loud, if you don't set it up to be more noisy in the situation, it does have that problem. But mostly overall, if it's usually you're not really too much. If you're gonna have the Xbox on, you're probably having problems over because you usually turn on music. But if there's a loud gaming group or a lot of people yelling while you're trying to play a game, it can mishear your voice.
So how hard is it to go through these settings and deeper settings without the Kinect? It's just your controller.
That's fairly easy, honestly. You can do anything you want. You can just press the middle button and it takes you directly home, no matter where you're at. If you're playing a video game, it'll pause your game, take you home. But if I take this and hand it to
this? I don't know what.
if the camera's set up right, it no longer will track me. I am no longer the hot seat. He's the hot seat. If it's set the room to be level and everything else.
They don't like me.
Do you want to try to move the Kinect below the TV and see if
Well, it actually has to be up, but maybe I could just turn the TV a little bit here. Maybe I'll actually get like the full view.
I'm trying to wave.
We're waving at the Xbox here, trying to see what it does.
Usually, sometimes it can make you feel like you're an incredible magician or a really shitty one.
So the motion track is kind of off a little bit.
It is. That's the only thing you have to really set it up. Like I wish I had a cue card meant to really to sync the room better.
Okay.
But you can basically just take it wherever and play it. If you want to be a better experience, you take everything you need, which it happens. You forget things.
I do all the time. Don't feel
Yeah,
bad.
and you can unsnap. So you're like, oh no, you need to be in that. I can go to my apps and games. It'll give me my whole selection of what I have. I need to delete this one.
Now, one negative thing I've heard, and I don't know if this is true or not, I don't have an Xbox One. The achievements have changed
There's,
dramatically.
they're not as annoying. That's what I explained it.
But I heard they're not as, like, when you go to view them, they're not, like, you can't see what achievements you have left to unlock. Like, it used to say, this is what you got to do to unlock this achievement, and this is the name of the achievement, but you don't have it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense because I mean that's how the 360 was.
Yeah, you can actually do that. You can go, like, you can go into the actual game, and it should show you. Let's see. This one's wants me to buy it. I had this game, got rid of it. It's terrible, Ghost. Terrible. I'm not endorsed by Treyarch, so I can gladly say that.
It's fine.
Yeah, but let's see here. Where is it at? It actually, they changed up a lot of things. It's that's the main thing that I've had the trouble with, is trying to figure out where everything goes since they changed. They did make it a little bit harder to move around your Xbox now, because then you can go into here and it shows.
Yeah, a lot of people say get rid of the Windows 8. Give me a new UI, rework that still works with the Kinect.
Yeah. I'm not feeling that. Like, I like Windows 8, except the same thing. It's like
I like Windows 8 on my computer.
Yeah.
All right.
Not on your gaming console.
Yeah, not on my gaming console.
yeah, like, it's so hard to actually get like where you want to go. But they added new features like where you can change the whole color of your console, like how the display screen comes out, and so that's what it looks like for you.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, like, there's added a lot of things, but like finding your achievements is a little more difficult. I've noticed.
Just the navigation is more
Yeah,
difficult.
it's a lot more shifting here, shift here, and after you get it down, it's a lot easier. Like, I've learned where most of this stuff is. I can just see if this works. Xbox, go to achievements.
It does look confusing. I mean, if you didn't know what you're looking at, I mean, let's say this is somebody's first console.
Yeah. Oh, it's definitely a learning curve if it's your first
And
console.
they've never used Windows 8 before.
Yeah, there's your achievement.
So,
by the way.
yeah, it's going to look very weird.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
All right, now we're looking at the achievements.
Because that bar just keeps going. I kind of wish that's what they did better.
The pinning thing, and yeah.
These are the ones that I have done. I like
Let's go to Forza 5. See, you got 5% achievements, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so it shows you I was there, but you get to here, and these are the ones earn 20 perfect drafting scores.
Yeah, this shows you actually what they didn't change that part. It's just more of a hassle to get to it. You can just hit the middle button and be achievements, and then that's what they took away. The main thing I say they took away is your middle button used to be your home because you could siphon through some stuff, but now they actually put the home.
All right, but go to an achievement. Like, you can't go to achievement you've earned. Okay.
That's what it wants to do. It wants to go to the actual game because when you're in the game, it allows you to look at your achievements more.
See, that's
I know it's weird. It's really
silly.
weird.
Because you didn't have to be in the game to do that on the 360.
No.
You could just go through your backlog. But they basically did the same thing here. Like, see, now that I've looked at this, now it's up in my front bar search pattern.
And see, that's just gonna mess people up.
It is. After you get used to it, then you're just like, okay, this is.
Hey, dog, be
Sound like
quiet.
something. And then you can go through Rise and see, like, these are all the ones that I've done. It's really quite pretty too.
Yeah, I mean, they're pretty, but
Yeah, these I think the blue ones mean for
that's
by yourself. You can do that by yourself. These
is that not a bar that should like collect all the vistas? You're 50% way through.
Yeah.
Is that what the blue bar is?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what they added, and then it just makes it. The rest is all plain. I kind of wish they added a different thing for the online achievements. That'd have been nice. Like give it like a different kind of coloration.
Can I see the controller for a
Yeah,
second?
man, go ahead.
This is the controller. Of course, the overall concept is the same. They do got. Is this a light?
Yeah, that is a UV light sensor or
UV light sensor to go with the Kinect.
So
Kind of like the PlayStation Move thing on the PS4. There's no touchpad though. That's different. Here's the thing is, everybody swears this is like the best controller ever made, which is the Xbox 360 controller.
Yeah, it's beat 360, which was voted the last few years the best controller ever made.
And I think this year PS4 won. We saw
Yeah.
that on the IGN thing. Here's one thing I've never liked about the Xbox controllers, and I know everybody's going to hate on me. It's the offset.
Yeah.
I like my phones being together. That's it. That's the only. But that's a minor gripe. That's just a personal gripe. That has nothing. Here is more of a gripe that I have. That's not a minor gripe, and they've made these bumpers bigger, but they've made them closer together with the triggers. I don't know if you can see that. Here's your bumper and here's your trigger. So
see it, but it's just blinding the camera.
yeah. So here's. You have to get used to making this motion, which is full range.
See, that's how I set up. I sit like this because.
But I play like
Yeah.
that.
That's exactly how I play.
And with the way that the triggers are,
They're wanting to use. You gotta get used to using the.
they're wanting you to use just these fingers. You
Yeah.
can tell the way the controller is made. They just want you to use these fingers.
I think it feels great like that because this is how I usually play. Like always sitting like here and just.
I'm used to my fingers having space though.
But yeah, I think I can maybe get used to it.
It's pretty fun. I'm not gonna lie. After you get used to it, because you're mainly I actually just put my middle finger like right here and just.
And to explain why I don't like the offset is because when you're playing fighting games or something like that, the idea for Xbox is to make you use this as your primary instead of ever using the down pad. But I like using the down pad for those type of games, and that's why I don't like the offset. That's the only
Well, see,
reason.
in the fighting games, that'd be the best for a situation for you if you don't like using this.
Yeah, but it needs to be, for me in a fighting game, if I'm going to use the D-pad, then the D-pad has to be parallel with the buttons. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
It's a minor gripe.
Oh, yeah.
It's no big deal.
Yeah, I understand.
But other than that, it's fine. I mean, it's.
Yeah, they're just
I understand where they're going from, and they got force feedback. That is cool.
Yeah, that no screws at all on this whole entire thing. There's
The feedback, like if you're shooting at something or
yeah, shoot or getting hit or getting in the middle of a fight scene like in Rise,
or
it'll start
like
to,
in
you're taking a hit from your shield.
Forza is a good example.
Oh, yeah.
You got gas
Oh, with gas and braking.
and braking.
Oh, the braking, you believe me, that's the one you feel the most, because I'll be driving, I can handle it, I feel it shifting, but then when you're coming across like an asshole that's smooth, you don't really feel it, and then you hit that few pebbles and a little bit of a grit there, you just hear that.
No, I think that is cool.
That is cool.
That is cool. So, all right. Anything else on the UI that you can think of right off the top of your
I
head?
do like how you can just control the Kinect with your hands if you get used, if you really feel like you want to be a Jedi for a day.
The force is strong with this one.
That's pretty cool. Like, then you can actually sync it, the Xbox up to your TV and turn your TV off by that way. Turn up the volume, turn down the volume,
Right.
which is a nice little feature.
Later
Later on, I don't know if it's going to be coming in the patchwork or update, but you can I can name my console right now, but it hasn't had the ability to answer to that name. Because I tried yelling Jarvis at it a few times, like, Jarvis! Jarvis! Go to Snap!
Okay. So, anything else?
Well, it's just-
Let's get a look at the store. How's the store look?
Well, at least now they changed up the store. This is the only thing I see. You can actually, these three.
And here's
are the things you can buy.
the thing. Twitch stream is coming to the Xbox One. It's not there yet, but it is coming.
Yeah.
Right now, you can only go there to watch, but they are bringing a stream to the
Which is pretty cool. You can sync up your cable box with this system, and then just use your voice to go through your cable shows and show what ones you like.
Awesome.
I haven't set that up yet because I have a different kind of cable box that doesn't have HD in. But if you have an HD, which one some a lot of people do.
What do you think about the cloud?
The cloud's so far not bad. It's cool that you can save stuff and just use it.
The Forza. Again, I'm going back to Forza, and that's the one game you didn't
I
rate.
know.
But the AI is actual cloud AI. It's other players that you're actually playing against.
Yeah. And also,
Even though they're not even at their console.
Yeah, that's
pretty cool.
It's the thing that a lot of times I log in and I'll just have extra money. And I think, oh, your person was spotted in 2 races today. Didn't win, but we did a damn good job. Here's some money.
So this is the store, or this is apps.
Yeah, this is the app store basically.
Hey, don't
These
keep
are all
my
free.
camera.
All free downloads. You can get Skype. You can Skype from your Xbox, which is cooler than you think, because I can Skype you on your phone. And if you don't have Skype, it'll just be a phone call with you.
So, are the games under new releases?
This is
Or is this
small
not-
app. That's their
just the app store.
Yeah, app selection. This is their games. This is how they split up the
Okay.
store, which is a little annoying. They have games, movies, and TV, and music.
Why couldn't they put it all in the same store
I know.
and just give it different tabs?
I know.
That would make sense.
They basically did, because you can go pins, like Xbox pins. You know, shift over there, should. Xbox pins. It's annoying. Xbox Home.
I said no.
It said no.
I don't like you.
But yeah, you can just basically, and then an Xbox Store. Just typing over. It's basically, that's a whole selection that just gave to the store. Like, that's all stored, and you can just, and then they have Bing down here that you can search for certain things that you want to look for. Like,
Okay. Well, let's look at the game selection that they've got out front. I know it's not a lot. You got Dead Rising 3.
I got,
Is XBLA carrying over?
uh,
Xbox Live Arcade.
I think it might be.
It's not there yet?
Yeah, it's not there yet.
But you got Peggle 2, right?
I think so.
Have you bought Peggle 2?
No, I haven't. I haven't even. I played Peggle one time, and that was at a cabin. And nothing else. I'm like, oh.
Peggle 2, I've heard, is very hypnotizing.
Yeah, 'cause
Like, it'll hypnotize you.
I'm like, it's a ball.
And it doesn't take a whole lot of effort to play, so it captivates you for hours.
Basically, right now we have Ghost, Battlefield 4, Forza.
Legos!
Yeah.
Yes.
My brother-in-law got
You
that.
can never. Hey, look. You
Is it
can
good?
never go
Oh,
wrong.
he says it's great.
You can never go wrong with
Okay.
And
Legos.
I've really been thinking about buying it myself. Like, that's who's probably playing it right now. But yeah, it's.
And they took away, since we reversed the DRM, they took away the family share plan.
Yeah, I noticed that. It doesn't say family Xbox thing anymore. Which is a little irritating. Skylanders are on it, Xbox One.
Okay.
They have their own setup. You can get Angry Birds, which is fun with the when you're doing the Connect when your hand. You can
Now, how many profiles can you have per Xbox One?
I do not know the limit yet so far, but I think it's at least up to 4 or 5 or more.
Now,
It might
if
be more than
you are signed into this console, can you sign into another console?
that. If I go over there and that makes my side of the
Now, here's another question, because this is something Sony does.
Yeah.
If I go to Daniel's house and I sign into his PS3 or PS4, anything that I have bought from the store, I can download to his system.
Yeah, that's been like
And then he can play it on his
Fine.
profile later.
if you're still on or
No.
Don't
Nope.
have to be there.
sometimes it does. Certain games are like that for the 360 and Xbox One. I don't know about the Xbox One yet because I haven't really took it over. I went over really, but 360 you could do that. I'm pretty sure this one should have about the same capabilities of allowing you to, when you go over to someone's house, everything you had bought is available to download and download to his console and use it if he wants. Because I did that with Skyrim with 360 for my brother-in-law.
Final thoughts on the UI. What are we going to rate the UI?
Like out of a what? Like
1 to 5 is what we do on our shows. So.
I would give it a 4, being optimistic, because it's not. I'm not gonna say it's perfect. It needs a little bit of work, but it's not terrible. It's not a below a 3 for me. It has its flaws, but it's still a really new system. It's only been out for maybe almost 2 months now, and so so far it's been a quite a good experience so far.
Now, I am, like we said before, I think 1 is terrible.
Yes.
I think 2 is
Below average.
below average. 3 is good. It's okay. 4 is above average. 5 is fantastic. I want to give it a 3 just because if you're new to the system, it can be very confusing on where you need to be.
Yeah, I can.
Oh yeah. I mean,
So
I
that's
haven't.
why I'm going to give it a
Yeah, I mean, I haven't played Xbox 360 in years, and the last time I played, I went over to his house. You know, so like messing with this is like, man, I'm just gonna go buy a computer and do this.
Okay,
You know,
yeah.
but I'd give it a 3 also because it is confusing.
But it does have its pluses. I didn't even think about it, but if you have a tablet or anything like that, you can sync your Xbox to the tablet, and you can go through your home.
What about your Windows 8 PC?
I think you can do that too. Also, you can, You can basically sync it up to anything you want.
Well, this has a Xbox player on it, don't it?
I have an Xbox Live account. I can purchase some Xbox. It's from the App Store.
Right,
It's not
yeah.
from the
I wonder if
actual
I should
game
add you.
store.
Find him. Where's Mr. Stando?
Actually, I've not set up that right. It's not right. If you want to add me to something, add me to Steam because I'm probably going to download some MMOs and play some Steam. So
I have been looking at Steam, but damn, like I don't want. That's for a later day.
the Steam box.
Yeah, I'm like what the hell?
Yeah, we've already broke news on that.
Yeah.
$15,000, 13 different consoles. The Alienware X51 comes out. It launches in September.
Yes, I
Yeah.
believe so. Yeah, that's still that's the house and a car and everything else.
I would buy an Xbox One first,
Yes.
and I'm not just saying that to make money because I'm not making money.
No, but that is the truth.
We're actually going to have a PlayStation when we get the PlayStation 4. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to sit down. We're each going to go down and rate the UI and the first few games that we've got on it. So,
Yep.
Awesome. Until next time, this is Stando,
It's Espy
LaChief.
and we will catch you
on the flip side.